Hi, welcome to CJ's with Love. My name is CJ, and I'll be leading you through a gentle morning flow to start your day. You can find yourself in something comfortable, make your way onto your mat, and we'll begin. You can find yourself in a tall, comfortable seat, maybe shifting side to side to ground the sitting bones down. You can allow yourself a couple moments just to land in your space at your own time. You can tune into your breath, notice where your breath is at without changing it. And on your next breath in, see if you can lengthen the back of the neck just a little bit to reach the crown of the head a little taller. As you breathe out, you can relax your shoulders down. You can have hands on the knees, maybe hands in your lap. Wherever you feel most comfortable here. And begin to visualize the little golden thread connecting, attaching at the base of your spine, and rooting you down into the center of the planet. With each inhale breath, maybe visualizing yourself pulling up nourishment from the earth into your body. And each breath out, you can picture grounding down even further. You can take a full breath in and a full breath out, maybe the shoulders soften down. Another breath in, expand the rib cage. Full breath out, maybe a big sigh. You can bring your attention now from base of the spine or the bowl of the pelvis, up the spine, low spine, mid spine, and find the place just behind the sternum, your energetic heart space. As you breathe in, maybe feel the heart space expand. As you breathe out, maybe your jaw begins to soften. Take another breath here into your heart center. And a full breath out. If you'd like, you can fold your hands over your heart. Or maybe bring your palms to touch at heart center. In Anjali Mudra, a gesture, a seal of gratitude. We'll begin our time together with a peace prayer. Let us be protected. Let us be nourished. Let the light of our understanding spread without limits. May we always support each other, no animosity amongst each other. Let there be peace within, peace in nature, peace amongst all beings. And gently lower your hands back down. Maybe hands on either side of the rib cage. You can have your fingers pointing forward, maybe your thumbs wrap around. And keep the shoulders soft. As you breathe in, try to breathe into the front, sides, and backs of the lungs. Full breath out. Full breath in. Full exhale. You can take one more breath in, expanding the lungs in all directions. Full breath out. And release your hands down onto the knees. And beginning to explore a range of motion in the neck, the cervical spine. As you breathe in, you can look up. So you breathe out, maybe drawing a circle with your nose. Nose can come towards the left ear, then down, chin can draw towards your chest, then maybe up towards the right, and back to center. And just notice any spaces you feel a little more freedom or maybe a little more restriction. If you find a space that feels sticky, take a breath, send your breath there. And a full breath out as you continue on. You can draw one more circle in this direction. And then slowly make your way back to center. You can switch directions of your circle. Does moving in this direction feel different than the other way? Are you feeling the same spaces of freedom or restriction? If you find a sticky space, you can breathe there, create some length. Full breath out, slowly, gently. Return back to center when you're ready. You can draw the shoulders up on your inhale, down and back on your exhale. Forward and up, down and back, forward and up, down and back. As you come down, you can lower your shoulders a little bit lower than neutral. And then breathe in, draw them back, up, forward, down, exhale. Full breath in, full breath out. One more breath in. Full breath out, soften the shoulders down. From here, you can begin to make some circles with your chest over the hips. As you breathe in, maybe reaching the heart forward. You can gently arch the spine. As you breathe out, you can round back. These can be as big or as small of circles as feels good in your body today. Take one more breath here in this direction. And then begin to switch directions. You can breathe in to come forward, exhale, maybe rounding back. Option to gaze up as you breathe in. Maybe chin to chest as you breathe out. You can take one more breath in. One more breath out. And shift side to side on the seat. Ground down once more. As you inhale, you can sweep both arms up and overhead. As you exhale, you can interlace the fingers, press the palms away. Palms to the sky. Inhale, create a little space between bottoms of the rib cage, top of the hips. As you exhale, you can bend your elbows, send your hand behind the head. Inhale to grow tall. Exhale, maybe bending towards the left side. You can shine your heart up, maybe gaze up, full inhale. Full exhale to come back to center. Another breath in. This time as you exhale, you can bend towards the right side. Shine the heart upward. Lengthen through left side body. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, you can reach the palms up again. As you exhale, you can float your hands down onto the mat. If you've got anything going on in the low back or in the spine, you can keep your spine straight and lifted. If it feels safe in the body, you can lower the palms down. Think of keeping the crown of the head forward. Option to walk the hands a little further forward. And if it feels safe, you can draw your chin towards the chest. Take one full breath here. And a full breath out. Inhale, you can rise up on the fingertips to lift halfway. Exhale to fold once more. And slowly, gently walk your hands back to center. And reach up nice and tall. Soften the shoulders, soften the hips. And from here, you can take your hands just behind your back. Send your legs out long. And shake the legs out a few times. Maybe flexing the feet, pointing the feet. You can draw some circles with the ankles in one direction and then the other. Option to come forward onto the sitting bones. You can walk the sitting bones, the hips back a little bit. As you breathe in, you can flex your Woo! Sorry about that. Oh my God, allergies. As you inhale, you can draw your fingers towards your face, your toes towards you. As you breathe out, you can round the wrists forward, pointing the toes. Inhale to draw the hands towards you. Exhale to round forward. One more breath in. Full breath out. This time as you breathe in and you flex your toes, hands towards your face, imagine you're pressing into a wall with the hands, with the feet. One more breath in. Exhale, you can let that go. Hands can come back behind the hips. You can shift side to side a few times. Legs to the left, then the right. Maybe looking opposite direction of the knees. Take 2 more breaths here. One more breath in. Full breath out. As you're ready, you can shift back into center, cross your other leg in front this time. You can root down, sitting bone side to side. Find your stability here. As you breathe in, you can sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale to cross the fingers. This time, switch the grip of the cross. Press the palms away, maybe your ears between the elbows or the biceps. Take another inhale to grow a little taller. Exhale, you can have your hands behind the neck again. Maybe your thumbs on either side of the neck, just at the base where the skull meets the spine. As you breathe in, you can lift up, rise up, maybe even arching the spine a touch. As you exhale, you can round chin to chest, maybe your elbows come forward. Inhale to expand. Exhale to round. One more breath in. Full breath out. You can come back to a tall seat. Slowly, gently lower your hands back down. Maybe some seated cat-cows. Breathe in, chest forward. Exhale to round. Inhale to arch the spine. Exhale to round, chin to chest. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. As you're ready, come back into a tall seat. Take a breath in to sweep the arms up. Exhale, you can cross your left hand over onto the right knee. Your right hand can come just to the base of the spine, maybe up on the fingertips. Root the hips down, reach the crown up. As you exhale, you can gently gaze towards maybe the right shoulder, just past. Full breath in to grow even taller. Full breath out, gentle twist. Take one more breath in. Full breath out. Slowly, gently return both hands back to center. Take a breath to reset. As you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale to cross the right hand over onto the left knee. Left hand can come just to the base of the spine once more. Root down the hips, reach the crown up tall. Open through the chest. As you exhale, you can gaze over the left shoulder. Full breath in. Full breath out to twist. One more inhale breath. One more exhale. Slowly, gently, you can come back to center. Be rolling the shoulders a few times. And shift side to side. And then from here, you can send your legs out once more. And this time, opening the left leg up, you can draw your right leg in towards you. If you've got some blocks, option to have your blocks on either side of the ankle. You can take your hips, turn your hips towards the extended leg with the right, with the left. Was I mirroring? I can't remember. Shit. Okay. You can take your right leg out long. Left foot can come in towards you. Take your hips, face your hips towards your extended leg. As you breathe in, you can sweep the arms up. As you breathe out, gently, slowly lower your hands towards the blocks. You can be high, medium, high, medium, or maybe low. You can shift the hips, walk the sitting bones back. Inhale to reach the crown towards the toes. Exhale, maybe gently fold. Take another full breath in. Full breath out. As you're ready, you can walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Inhale to sweep them up. Exhale, maybe this time your right hand comes towards the right leg. Left arm can reach up. And maybe bending over. You can have your hand on the block, maybe on the foot. You can find the toes. Reach the chest up towards the ceiling. As you breathe out, you can gently bend, extend through the whole left side body. One more breath in. Full breath out. As you breathe in, you can unfurl, sweep back up. Lower the hands down. You can walk the right foot in, take the left foot out this time. Right foot can come to the inner left thigh. You can take your blocks on the other foot. Root the hips down, send your hips to face towards the extended leg. As you breathe in, you can sweep the arms up. Exhale to lower the hands back down. Maybe finding the block on high level, mid level, or low level. Think crown forward, hips rooted as you breathe out. Maybe option to fold over the leg. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale breath. One more exhale. And walk your hands back onto the block, slowly, gently rising back up. And shift your hips to the center. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. As you exhale, your left hand can come either onto the block, maybe on your ankle or your toes. Right arm can reach up and gently bend over to the left side this time. You can think of peeling your heart up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in to lengthen. Breath out, heart shines forward. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, down by your side. From here, you can draw your leg back in. Make your way over to a tabletop shape this time. You can have your blocks on either side of you. Hands can root down onto the mat. Your knees can stack underneath your hips. Your shoulders can stack over top of the wrists. You can have your toes tucked if you'd like a little stretch along the back foot, or have them untucked if that feels better for your ankles. Wherever you are, take a look at your hands. Ensure your hands are a little wider than shoulder width distance. Maybe your index fingers parallel to each other. Fingers can be spread wide. Fingertips, knuckles, all four corners of the hand rooted down. As you inhale, you can shine your heart up. Sitting bones can point up, gently arching through the spine. You can lengthen, gaze forward. As you breathe out, you can round through the spine, chin towards your chest, tailbone can draw down. Sync your movement with your breath. Breathe in to move into cow pose, lengthen through the abdominals. Exhale to round forward into cat pose. You can stretch through the whole spine. Inhale to open. Extend, exhale to round and contract. Play with a few more cycles here at your own time. One more breath in. One more breath out. Once you're ready, you can come back to center, maybe shifting hips left and right. You can gaze towards the hips, flexing and extending the spine laterally. And from here, you can come back to center. Walk your palms forward. You can tuck the toes. On your next breath in, sweep the hips up and back for downward dog. You can bend and extend right leg and left leg. You have a generous bend in the knees here too. And when that feels complete and you come to a more static down dog, see if your toes can come inward, your heels can come out just a little bit. Root the hands firmly into the mat. Breathe in, send the hips up. Exhale, you can melt your heart towards the thigh. Take another full breath in. Full breath out. As you're ready, you can make your way to the top of the mat. Plant your feet firmly down. Inhale, sweep up, halfway lift. Your hands can come to your knees or maybe the shins. Think crown of the head forward, belly button to spine. As you breathe out, you can hinge forward, forward fold. Generous bend in the knees if you've got anything going on in the spine, or you can keep your back straight. If it feels okay in the body, you can allow your body to kind of dangle here. One more breath in. Full breath out. As you're ready, bend into the knees, sweep both arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands can come to heart. Hands by your side, fingers spread wide. Root the feet down into the mat, firm the muscles of the legs. Take a breath in, reach the top of the head towards the sky. Full breath out, mountain pose. Take another breath in to grow a little bit taller. And another breath out to soften the shoulders down. On your next breath in, you can bend into the knees, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale to hinge at the hip, fold forward. Your hands can come to blocks for your halfway lift or maybe onto the shins. As you inhale, you can reach the spine forward, halfway lift. As you exhale, you can gently fold forward, plant the palms, step your feet back, downward facing dog. Another full breath in. Full breath out. As you're ready, you can lower your knees down. Walk the knees a little bit wider than your mat. You can draw your toes together, allow your hips to fall towards the heels. If you'd like a little bit of a chest opener, you can find your blocks. Make a little triangle shape, kind of. Lower the blocks down, walk your elbows onto the blocks. Palms can come to prayer shape behind the head. Maybe your forehead reaches the mat. Notice how this feels in your body. Option to draw the hands to the center in between the shoulder blades. Full breath in to create a little more length. Full breath out, soften the heart down. You can take one more breath here. One more breath out, release the hands. Lower your hands back down onto the mat. Slowly, gently shift the elbows a little closer. You can move your blocks towards the side. Plant the palms back into a tabletop. Option to take a couple cat-cows here. Inhale to expand, exhale to contract and round. Or maybe hips to one side, gaze to one side. And wherever you are, you can draw your knees over to one side of the mat, lower back down. Send your legs out long in front of you. If you've got some blocks, you can bring your blocks a little closer to where your hips are. An option to roll down onto one side to meet on the back, or you can walk your feet a little bit closer. Begin to engage the muscles of the core. Slowly round down onto your low spine, mid-spine, shoulders. Allow your head to meet the mat. You can send your feet straight up for a moment. Maybe walk the shoulder blades a little closer. Full breath in. Full breath out. Active feet, active legs. One more inhale. Exhale, you can bend into the knees, slowly lower down. Maybe hands on the belly or hands by your side. You can windshield wiper your legs left and right. And then from here, as you return back to center, you can press the sacrum or the low back into the mat. Slowly, gently lift your right leg. And maybe find a grip of the outer edge of the ankle or the outer edge of the right foot. You can have this leg extended or bent here. As you breathe in, create some space. As you breathe out, you can bend the knee towards the right shoulder for half happy baby. Allow your shoulders and your head to be rooted onto the mat. Take another breath in. Another breath out. One more breath in. And a breath out. You can slowly, gently, maybe find a grip of the foot with both hands. As you inhale, you can draw your foot a little closer. Exhale, maybe one hand to the knee, one hand to the foot. You can rock the leg side to side. Then release the leg back down and shift hips, shift ankles, and then press your hips into the mat. You can walk your left foot a little closer. Bend your knee in towards you. Find a grip of the outer edge of the ankle or the left foot. You can bend your knee towards the shoulder. Take a full breath in here. Full breath out. Half happy baby on the other side. 2 more breaths here. Take 1 more inhale breath. And a slow breath out. You can slowly draw your foot back to center, maybe both hands to the foot. Option to take your foot in one hand, your knee in the other. You can slowly rock the leg side to side. And then gently release the leg out long. Arms can come out long. And shift the hips side to side a couple times. And then maybe drawing your knees a little closer, knees towards your chest. You can rock and roll side to side on the sacrum. Checking in with the hips, spine, knees, shoulders. If you'd like, you can draw a circle with your knees, maybe towards right side, down the left. Maybe inhale as your legs are away from you. Exhale as the legs come forward. Full breath in. Full breath out. And then lower the feet down onto the mat. And find your blocks. You can have 1 block on either side. Walk the feet a little closer, maybe almost grazing the heels with the fingertips. As you're ready, press your hands, your shoulders, your feet into the mat. Begin to engage the muscles of the glutes. Slowly, gently lift the hips up. For bridge pose, imagine or physically, you can take a block in between your inner thighs. You can squeeze that block. Breathe in to send the hips up. Exhale to lengthen the spine towards the front of the mat. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. You can find your other block or take this block and place it just under the sacrum, little bony landmark above the base of the spine. You can have 1 block or maybe stack 2 blocks on their lowest level underneath the hips. For a supported bridge, maybe hands come to rest on the belly. If this feels okay, you can stay here. If you'd like to add a little internal rotation into the legs, you can walk the feet out. Or, if you'd like, you can maybe heel toe the feet forward. Maybe extending 1 leg and then the other. If this doesn't feel safe, stay in just a supported bridge. Option to have your arms by your side. Take a full breath in. Full exhale. Allowing for gentle lengthening of the front of the hips. You can take 1 more inhale. 1 more exhale breath, maybe hands back to belly. You can begin to draw the feet a little closer. back into your bridge. Once your feet have been rooted down, maybe your hands by your side, shoulders rooted down. As you inhale, engage the muscles of the legs, the glutes slowly, gently with care. Float the hips up. You can shift your blocks to the side. One more breath in. As you breathe out, allow the spine to lower down onto the ground, one vertebrae at a time. Almost as if you're setting a pearl necklace down onto a table, one pearl at a time, one vertebrae at a time. Then your hips can finally root down, maybe swaying the knees side to side. Take a breath as you are. Full breath out. If you've got a blanket or maybe a bolster, you can place bolster, blanket, or even blocks under the knees if you've got any knee low back sensitivity. You can have the blanket just resting over the hips. Find a space that feels comfortable for you. You can have your legs as wide as you need. Maybe walk your shoulder blades a little closer. Take another full. Oh my God. That's how you can tell my body is loving this. Love the rest. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Maybe gently just scanning the body. You can start at the toes, then move to the feet. Bring your awareness to the ankles, shins, calf muscles, the knee joints, the thigh and the hip joints. You can picture the whole spine, low back, mid back, upper back, and the full front body, the low belly, and the chest, and the shoulders. Maybe biceps, elbows, forearms, wrists, and hands. You can bring your attention to collarbones, the neck, and the head, front, side, and back, as well as your whole face. Maybe gently part the teeth. Allow the tongue to relax inside your mouth. If you feel any sensation in your body of holding, see if you can let that go with your breath out. And allow the eyeballs to become heavy, sink a little deeper inside the head. Give yourself a few moments here to fully let go before you start your day. Nothing to do, nowhere to be. Just be here now. Open to a deeper breath. You can begin to invite a little movement back into fingers and toes. Maybe shifting the head side to side. You could reach the arms up overhead like a big good morning stretch. Taking any mindful movement you need here. And then slowly, gently, you can roll over onto one side. You can make your way to a tall, comfortable seat in your own time. Once you've landed in your seat, you can shift side to side. Maybe hands rested on the knees. Take a full breath in with a tall, rising spine. Full breath out, big sigh. Inhale in. Exhale, let it go. One more full breath in, deepest breath yet today. Full release, let it all go. Option here to place your hands together at heart center. Let us be protected. Let us be nourished. Let the light of our understanding spread without limits. May we always support each other, no animosity amongst each other. Let there be peace within, peace in nature, peace amongst all beings. Loka, Samastha, Sukhino, Bhavanthu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. You can gently bow your head towards your heart. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today for a little morning mindful movement. I hope you move through your day with ease and grace and with love. See you next time.